Hey yo. So I'm not perfect, part I don't know, because I'm not perfect, right? One thing I want to make clear in this video is that someone had shed light on a situation. This situation is an overly fixation, right, of who I am. Hopefully this message will bring the sun out, but I realized it through an experience yesterday, right? And I've been realizing this for a while. And it is this overly fixation of what I am, who I am, right? I know who I am, and I've always known who I am. But it seems as though the world likes to keep me in a certain frame, in a certain box, so that way I don't find out the truth about life itself, right? And it really just has me thinking now. That the authentic me can no longer be on these videos. Because I put my all into these videos, I put my all into these I'm Not Perfects, bro. I received nothing from it, and it's not really necessarily about the result. Because I managed to practice my authenticity, you know? And so, through the practices and the videos, I managed to learn how to convey my message properly. Because, like, to me right now, no one is watching. You hear the silence? You hear the birds, bro? Like, no one is watching. But I don't know who's on the other end of the screen, so time will only tell. But one thing's for sure, I know the person holding this phone. I know the person who pressed record. I know that guy, right? And it's that guy that keeps everything going the way that it's supposed to be. Balance is needed. Chaos has to be destroyed. And it all starts within you. It's all based on your thought process, right? What's important is that you stay true to who you are. And through this life, I've experienced who I actually am. Right? I've experienced what I'm actually meant to do. And like I said, there have been people that actually shed light onto my situation and this overly fixation of who I am. Right? It's like the universe gave me a restart. And it's not necessarily through the money, it's through awareness. Right? It's through awareness that the universe is giving me a second chance. Because now that I'm aware of everything, I have to act. Because information consumed and not applied is useless. You can know the truth about life itself, but would still be stuck in your comfort zone. You can know the truth about your life itself, but would still hide in your ego. I believe I hid in my ego for a very long time, so that way the people around me, the truth about them doesn't come out. I've been protecting people that don't even need my protection anymore. It's wild, man. But we live and we learn, you know? If you don't live enough, you're not going to learn enough. I've taken risks. I've done things that I wasn't technically meant to do. I wasn't technically supposed to do. But if I never took those risks and I just stayed in my comfort zone, I would have never learned the truth about life itself, and I would have never known who I actually am. I've grown a habit of like gambling on energy, on money, on life. Like I've just grew this habit of taking risks. And in channeled in the right direction, I definitely believe that that is the right way. Because you can't be stuck in the shoulda, woulda, coulda. You can't be stuck in the what if. You can't be stuck in the maybe. Y'all know how I feel about that word. You can't be stuck in the maybe, right? And more importantly, when you heal yourself from the bullshit that your ego puts you through, it doesn't have to be your identity. You don't have to teach and spread the knowledge and wisdom that you learn. You don't even have to do that shit. At the end of the day, people just want to live a better life. And your information and wisdom isn't always going to hit, and it's not always going to reach the people. Because a lot of the people, honestly, at this point in time, they're stuck in just looking for the best thing to either react to or to fixate themselves over or obsess over. Like that's the era that we're living in right now. We're living in the era of reaction time. Everyone is in reactive mode. That's why it's important to be a proactive force. I am a proactive force. How do I know this for a fact? Because I don't react to my thoughts anymore. And it's funny because it's like they come at me in different forms. Like they used to just be words in my head, but now it's a car, it's a person. Now it's a call, a notification. Like it's just amazing the awareness that I have attained, you know? The only reason why I'm not rich yet is because of the simple fact that I haven't applied all of the information that I know. You can't just keep overstimulating yourself with information. Eventually it has to be applied, and you have to live a better life. It can't be everything that you are. Your healing journey cannot be everything that you are. Because the more you talk about the healing journey, the more the journey continues and you don't actually get the results of all the work that you're putting in. Right? Because I've done a lot of internal spiritual grounding work on myself. The only thing is that I haven't applied the information. I haven't applied the information. The only time I do is honestly when I'm walking. When I'm just on a walk and I have a destination in mind, I don't even think about the destination. I be so into the walk that it's fun. And so I'm saying all this to say, apply what you learn, and your healing journey does not need to be your identity. I'm starting to see that now. I'm starting to see now that I'm not helping anybody out with the shit that I'm saying. I'm simply just playing the devil's advocate and giving information that people probably don't even want right now, you know? So life is about the journey, and it's not about the destination. And I have a destination in my mind in regards to these videos and in regards to everything that I've done for the past couple of years with these I'm Not Perfects. I think it's time I let this go. I really think it's time that I stop this here and just let the world see, you know? Sometimes to reach a certain destination, you gotta stop. Sometimes there's a red light in the road that you just don't want to be at. Right? Sometimes in life that you're just going super fast. There's a green light, but then as soon as you get to the light, it turns yellow, and then it turns red, and you have to stop, and you have to wait. And you don't know how long you have to wait, but you have to wait. This is the red light. And it's funny because it's like I got my red jogging pants on right now and shit. But that's what I'm gonna name this video. The red light. The stop sign. This is the red light. This is the stop sign, because I see that the more I disperse this information, the more it is not applied. Y'all will definitely be seeing, you know, me with covers and songs and anything in that nature, music wise. But as far as these I'm Not Perfects go, it's really time to just allow this to sit, you know, just allow this to really let the world see it, you know. Through every single video I was making, it's like I was feeding the give me more mentality, but at the same time, I was overstimulating people with all the shit that I said. So let this be the red light. Let this be the stop sign. And maybe, no maybes. As a matter of fact, let this be the red light. Let this be the stop sign that allows me to reach my destination.